Your roots will always show you the importance of holding on to what grounds you, but don't ignore the lessons the leaves are trying to teach you. Now, these are really interesting. I was just thinking for winter decorating. For my mantle, I would have these panels, and they would each be on each side, but I'm not sure if I should have matchy-matchy. But these are done really well. They're very sharp. I'd love to paint that frame. Desi, we gotta go in. You gotta stop being king of the backyard. Are you king of the backyard? Everybody, thank you so much for coming back and seeing me and Desi. I hope you had a good week. I've had one amazing week. It's just been me and the snow. I have done more shoveling in this last week than I've done in the last 20 years. So it's been an amazing week. But I think I have a pretty fun video for you today. I'm going to go through favorites, but not just like normal favorites, you know, like, oh, isn't this a great eyeshadow? I want to go through favorites that actually enrich our lives, that make our lives better. So kind of like the creme de la creme of favorites. All right, I'll stop with that. They didn't just enrich my life, but they enriched my little dog Desi's life. And so I thought it's important that I share these things with you, because if they help me, they might help you too. So you want to do this today? All right. Oh, look at that snow out there, Desi. It's starting to come down really heavy. What you doing in here? Are you waiting for me to plug in your electric blanket? How cute is this? It really helps your arthritis, doesn't it? This right here is the most luxurious, beautiful heated throw. This is by Berkshire. Look at this remote. You have 6 different settings, and it has a timer. So no matter what, after 2 hours, it will shut off. So it kind of protects us that way in case we should fall asleep and we don't want it on all night. But the reason why this is so important, now I've never had a heated blanket before, but this not only is luxurious and warm, you know, on a cold winter night watching a movie, but what made this a true life changer, a game changer, is my little dog Desi. Well, he's king of his backyard. He's 10 years old, and he has pretty severe arthritis in his back legs, and sometimes it's hard for him to sleep. So what I found out is when I plug this in, and Desi lays on top of it, he stretches out his back legs and he can sleep. When I first saw this, it took my breath away. It was so wonderful. I had no idea that heat could help his legs so much. So if you have a dog that has arthritis, this might be something to think about. Or I have arthritis and this definitely helps me. It helps me physically and it helps me emotionally. So Berkshire really did a beautiful job. It's
it's so soft, so warm, with a lot of safety features. So yeah, and it's Desi approved, so I think you'd like it. Little device, I swear, saved my life. Last spring when I moved into my new house, I had no idea that I would have so many squirrels and chipmunks in my garage. I had something going on in my attic when I had it inspected. I had earwigs, I had flies, and then in August in Michigan it becomes bat season. Well, I took a chance. I ordered this off of Amazon, and I had a friend that recommended this, and I thought, yeah, sure. I got it. I plugged it in, and oh my goodness, within a couple weeks, no more chipmunks, no more squirrels in my garage. I have 3 of these, and this unit is made by Rose. This is the Ultrasonic rodent repeller. Say that 5 times fast. But it works. I have one upstairs, one on the ground floor, and one in my basement. And I don't know about you, but I've had a bat in my house before when I lived in Grand Rapids, and they're terrifying to me. So I was practically the only one on my little corner on my street. I had no bats. And I was like, oh yeah. And I told my neighbors about this. I don't know whether they got one or not, but anyway, is this a life changer? Yes, it is. Absolutely. I mean, I like chipmunks. It's just that when I wake up in the morning, I don't like them, waving at me through the windows. You know what I'm saying? This is a car charger. This tiny little thing will charge my battery if I'm stranded somewhere and the car won't start. And if you've never listened to me about anything I've ever recommended to you, I hope you think twice about getting something as small as this to charge your car when you are away from home, and maybe there's a tornado coming, maybe it's a snowstorm, maybe there's ice on the road, and you're waiting for that tow truck, and the hours go by, but you have this. You have this in your car, and you, within 30 seconds, can get your car back on the road, and you'll be safe. I don't know how many times I've had to use this, not just for me, but for other people who were totally stranded and panicked. Look how cute these jumper cables are. Look how tiny this little unit is. And there's a flashlight. You also can charge your phone with this. But I own 2 units. This is the battery tender. This one I keep in my car. I have one called Halo that I got off of HSN last summer. And then that one charges my car. It also inflates my tires. And what else? Oh, I can actually plug in 2 things like a lamp if I lose power in my house. So they are game changers, and they can be life savers. I can't tell you that night that I had a dead battery in a dark parking lot, and I had forgotten my cell phone, and all the stores were closed. All I had was me, the car, and my camera, and a dead battery. But I had this, and it got me home.
14 inches of snow. Yeah, I can handle it. I'm so glad I have this. Whoa. times will I let myself be a second choice before I learn that there are no runners-up in love?
As I have gotten older, it's almost impossible for me to wear heavy foundation or even apply it like I used to when I was younger. But the last couple years, I know I've mentioned this before, but the last couple years I use the e.l.f. Halo Glow. And for me, this has been the makeup product of the century for me. I have a couple foundations that really are wonderful, but I always start with my skincare, my sunscreen, and then my primer. And then I use my Halo Glow under every foundation I'm going to wear. And I only put a little foundation in my T-zone now. If you're like me and you don't wear makeup, or you just want to wear a tiny little bit of makeup, but you sort of want to glow, this is something you might want to think about, because it's so pretty. And 5 hours later, after you put it on, it looks just the same. You can barely see it, except that you have a little bit of a glow. If you have dry skin, ooh, it's so pretty.
I have no idea how this made it home with me, but it looks pretty warm and inviting right now, and it is my size. I don't know. When I bought this house, I thought this was a 3-season porch, but this is insulated and it is heated by the kitchen. So this is truly an all year round sunroom. So it's really lovely. It's my very favorite place in the house to sit and to read. I just love it. We are really getting hit with the snow today. Isn't this something? 14, 15 inches we're gonna get.
Winter decorating for me is bringing color into every part of my home. You know, having the bathroom have a theme, a beautiful, theme of yellow lemons. That's what I have now. I know it's corny, but I have the lemon shower curtain and the Italian lemon soap and little lemon towels. And when I go in there, I know it's corny, but it reminds me of spring, and I think it's just so pretty. So for me, winter decorating is just, grab, some type of theme and make it happy and cheerful. This is what I got for Christmas from my son, and this is just a beautiful Keurig. It's a 1-cup Keurig for people that only need 1 cup. All right, I digress. But it's in this beautiful seafoam color. And I thought, oh, that's not going to go with my cupboards at all, because my cupboards are blue, but not this shade blue. Well, I was wrong. It looks great. Why does it look great? I don't know. I don't get it. I picked this up off of Amazon. This is the cutest little seafoam teapot. And the accents are wood, like my wood cork countertops that I have in my kitchen. So then I have a seafoam toaster, and then I got a seafoam bow tie for Desi. Okay, I'll stop. But anyway, when I go into the kitchen, it's just bright and happy. And there are a couple different shades of blue, and I love it. I love it. So that just makes things just so fun. So when I think of winter decorating, I think of glass and how the light reflects through the glass, and very cheerful, beautiful, beautiful colors. And some things that represent winter, absolutely, surrounded by things that reflect the light. So that's how I decorate for winter.
people what was the thing about their life that bothered them the most. And they said they didn't feel appreciated.
There's a neighbor that I have down the street, a couple blocks away. And I saw her out one day, and she was carrying this great big basket of tomatoes. And we struck up a conversation, and it turns out that she cooks hot meals every day for the seniors in this area. So, it's kind of like Meals on Wheels, only she has like her little private version of it. And so we're talking, and she has all the little lasagnas that she's making and the spaghetti and homemade soup. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, that really is a lot of work. And I asked her, I don't know if I should have, but I said, do you feel appreciated in what you're doing, delivering all these hot meals to seniors on your own dime? And she said, do I feel appreciated? She said, I don't ever think about that. That hasn't crossed my mind in years. Not since I had the deadbeat boyfriend where every time I'd make him a grilled cheese sandwich and bring him a beer, I wanted him to say, thank you, darling, don't you look so pretty. I got over that when I threw that bum out and I started to do something truly worthwhile. She went on and she told me that feeling appreciated was coming from herself, because at night when she went to bed, she would remember the tone that some of these seniors had when they opened up the door and they saw it was her with her lasagna, or with maybe just hot tea for them and a 10-minute conversation to ask them how they were. Anyway, she has made a huge impression on me and how I feel about perhaps 2024 and me wanting to be creative. Yeah, I want to be creative, but I also, I want to pay my life forward. I have to find a way. I'm no good at making lasagna and, showing up on people's doorstep with it. But there are other things I could do. But she taught me an amazing lesson about appreciation and maybe how it comes from within. I didn't know that. I bet you did. I didn't.
I've learned to love the empty space beside me in bed, but when I look at it long enough, I swear I can hear the outline of where he used to lay ask me, why do you keep loving people who can't love you back?
Hey everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I hope you liked the video, and I really like it that you like Desi's singing and he likes that too. If you get a chance down below, could you maybe name something that you think of as maybe something that fell from heaven, something that enriches your life so much, and you could share it with us. Please have yourself a warm, safe, happy new week. And when you're done with your week, come back and see me and Desi, okay? All right, it's a deal. We'll be here.
Well, so far we have a little bit of a path for Desi. Without a path, he gets stuck and then he can't move.
Oh, we ain't got a barrel of money. We might be ragged and funny, but we're traveling along, singing a song, side by side.
I am reminded the spring will come again, and summer afternoons will be endless adventures. I will try to appreciate myself and others and proclaim, I am indeed a witness to your life.